Alex, I always hear Carlos and the guys say over the years it takes the perfect mix to make the clubhouse go. With Kenley and JT, what's your first impressions of this mix here?
I'm glad that you bring it up because it's been the opposite for like 3 weeks. You know, everybody's talking about the guys that are playing somewhere else, and these guys, you know, been there, done that. You know, some of them, you know, they were with the Dodgers for the last 8-9 years or whatever. They understand what winning is all about. Adam Duvall is another excellent guy. Chris Martin, amazing. Yoshida has been great. You know, this guy went to my house for the Super Bowl party, and he was eating Puerto Rican food. You know, so I mean, so far so good. For all the negative that people brought up in the offseason, you start looking and you start digging in, and you're like, there's a few World Series ring, and there's a guy that has 2 Cy Young awards. So we're in a good spot. We know we got to get better. I mean, we were horrible last year, so just keep getting better every day. It starts in the clubhouse, obviously, then on the field, but so far so good.
You know, looking at the veterans that joined the ball club, you know, looking at Kluber, also JT, Justin Turner, how much of an impact do you think, I mean, do you already see it in the clubhouse, having them around?
No, we see it. And one thing this group has done, they're not looking at the past. And the past wasn't last year, you know, the last place. The past was 18.
Yeah.
You know, they don't care about who was here or what we did. You know, we're looking forward. You know, it's 23 and on. And one of the things, you know, I talked to JT and Kenley, you know, like, they won in 20, right? But they weren't able to celebrate it, right? There were no fans, no parade, all that. And there's nothing better than to win in Boston, you know? And like I told them, I said, hey, you know, the Bruins and the Celtics are doing the thing. Hopefully they win it and we can see, you guys can see it because we lived it before. They can see what it is in Boston, and hopefully when we get to that month, you know, when the playoffs start, you know, we can do the same thing.
You mentioned 18 and 21 came so close, and you said something that stuck with me the other day. You said, this game changes so quickly, right? And it's so darn true. I'm curious, you, because you're just from the outside, you know, meticulous and a perfectionist. Do you come into camp the same way every year?
I did that mistake going into 19, and it didn't work out. You know, kind of like I felt like, oh, 18, yeah, let's roll the same team, and we're going to win the World Series. We go. It's easy, and boom, it didn't work out. Different goals this year, different group, obviously. We're not talking about that month, you know, when they play the playoffs. You know, to play in that month, we got to be better each day. You know, we have a group that finished last year in the toughest division in baseball. For us to accomplish that, we have to be better on a daily basis. Throw strikes, play better defense, run the bases well. Know the rules. You have to know the rules. You know, I'll be very upset if we lose a game because of a time violation. You know, man. We have to know the rules. So,
That's awesome. And Cora, we trust. Good luck.
Thank you.